So in this recording, we'll go through the steps of downloading listings into Ecomdash and setting them up in Ecomdash. Start from Ecomdash, log in with your account, and it should take you to the products page. From here, you can see a list of all of the listings that have been downloaded. Normally, the first thing that I do when I go in is to sort by the create date to see when was the last time that listings got downloaded. And if I sort by created date from oldest, from most recent to oldest, the most recent one will pop up on top, and I can see which ones have been downloaded. So these are all new listings that were created yesterday. I had just downloaded them earlier today. So when you do this, the first thing you want to make sure is that you have the most recent download. And to do that, you would go here to download listings. And then select Amazon.com. It looks like there is no checkbox here. That just means that all listings have been downloaded. You'll see other markets that are in the system, but for now, don't download anything except for Amazon.com. Okay. All right. So listings have been downloaded. What you want to do is set up all new listings that have not been set up in the system. And what it means to set up a listing is to assign it to a vendor, enter the costs, and some other pertinent information that we need to record in Ecomdash. So to do that, go to View, and that will open the listing up in the Properties page. All right. So the first thing you want to check is to make sure that there is an image that downloaded with the listing. If there is no image downloaded, then you will need to add one. So to add an image, you would click on Add Images and enter a product URL here, an image URL. And this is easy to get. You just go to the listing on Amazon, click on the image that you want to add, and then copy image address and then paste that right here, and that should upload the image to the listing. Since this one already have it, we don't need to add any more. Okay. First thing you want to turn on is auto sync. So we do this for all the listings. Auto sync usually comes in play when there is a merchant fulfill item, and whether an item is a merchant fulfill or fulfilled by Amazon is signified in the SKU with the A here. So the first 3 digit is the code for the vendor. A means that it's fulfilled by Amazon, and the first block of numbers, this is the cost of the item. So those are the three things that you need to be aware of. Okay, so auto sync is checked. Reserve level, by default we set it to 1. So for some reason, if we decide to sell this merchant fulfill, reserve level 1 means that we would hold the inventory. We won't sell out of all units in Ecomdash, just in case sometimes inventory does get lost, and we'd have zero inventory left and we oversell. So the reserve level will help prevent some of those mishaps. Okay. All right. And supplier, make sure you choose the supplier. This is very important. I run the reports based on suppliers every week, so any listing that doesn't have a supplier will not be on my report. The supplier are all the ones that are currently active. If you don't see one on the list, let me know. I can add it in. This listing happens to be C04. This is a Gib Carson listing. So Gib Carson is a distributor. They have several lines under them. So I'm sorry, this is not Gib Carson. This is Chala. Chala listing. C04 is Chala. So Chala is right there. Okay. Chala selected supplier SKU number. The SKU number is the last block of alphanumeric at the end of the SKU. It's usually after the last hyphen. Put that there. Manufacturer information, Chala. So these are all the information that downloaded automatically from Amazon, so there's no need to change anything here. All right, before you move out of this page, navigate away from this page, click Save to save the information. Okay, there's another step that we need to do to fully set up the listing. Next one is Manage Listing, and then Channel Settings. This is where we set the sales channel for the listing. Right now, this listing is only being sold on Amazon.com, and this is an Amazon Fulfill listing. So whenever it's an Amazon Fulfill listing, we want to set a 0 there, and then change the fulfillment to Fulfill by Amazon. Sometimes the system will create ghost listings if these two values are not set up correctly. So basically, ghost listings means that they will create a merchant fulfill listing and start selling the product based on the quantity that is in Ecomdash. Now, we don't want this because it's unplanned sales, and sometimes we don't have inventory to support it. So to prevent that, we set all of Amazon Fulfill listings, the availability to 0 and fulfillment by Amazon. Okay. Back. And close that out. Before you close out or move away anywhere, I would suggest click on Save just to be sure that all information has been saved. Okay. And now this listing has been set up. So that's an example of setting up a listing that is fulfilled by Amazon. Let's see if I can find a listing that is merchant fulfill. Okay. So here's a listing for merchant fulfill. As you can see here, is the M. Okay. All right. So here, M stands for merchant fulfill, and this is a bonus item. As you can see, bonus items have 0 as the cost. Also, the other thing that I forgot to mention is we want to record the cost of the item. So the cost of the item is usually the first 4 digits in the first number block. And this is, since it's a bonus item, this is you would enter in a 0, 1, so it's a 1 cent cost. Now, if if the item, say if it's a $10, then you'll see like 1000 here, and that's $10. The decimal is not accounted for in the SKU. Okay, so this one has been set up, but I'm just going to show you what the difference is between setting up the channel settings for an Amazon listing versus a merchant fulfill listing. So for merchant fulfill listing, we want to make sure that the auto sync is on and the reserve level is on 1. Now auto sync, when it's turned on, it will send the quantity available to Amazon, so it will appear in Amazon listings. And as Amazon sells the item, it will decrement the quantity in Ecomdash. So right now we have a quantity on hand of 27 units and a reserve level of 1. The auto sync will send 26 units to Amazon because it accounts for 1 unit that is on reserve. So we don't send all the available quantity, only what we have minus the reserve, which is 26. Okay, manage listings, channel settings. For merchant fulfill, you want, instead of having a 0 here, you want to have maximum unit of 12. That means we only want to show 12 units at any time to Amazon, so we don't disclose our full inventory level. And fulfillment channel is fulfilled by merchant. So whereas FBA listings would be fulfilled by Amazon, but since this is a merchant fulfill, this would be fulfilled by merchant. Okay, so close out of there. So that's the basics of setting up a Amazon fulfill listing versus a merchant fulfill listing. Hope that helps.